Who is the creator? You are. Dreams come true. Hang in there, brothers and sisters. Let me explain this idea. It's beneficial for you. This is the Stickman Show. It's turtle time, and they call me Rodney Josephson, also the Stickman. However, before we get into the meat and potatoes, or vegetables and fruit, however you like, or both, let's hang out with the garden here. Just vegetate and relax. Get balanced. Enjoy the moment, because there's no rush really. Have a deep breath and just chill. Okay. Now that I'm grounded, I can let it out. So, yeah, Stickman, stay there, turtle. My rubber Chinese turtle. Yeah. So, I've drawn this Stickman Show here, and it reveals something. So dreams come true. They do. Everything. Everything comes true sooner or later. And with this video, I'm going to explain, the steps or the methods and what may happen, how it works, of seeing how your dreams evolve and come to fruition. With good intent, of course. Rather than just doing things and not knowing the result and playing it by ear. Firstly, of course, it has to come from within, because the world is without. You resonate your truth, your true being. So let's look at it from this perspective, from the Stickman perspective. As I've done in many other videos, the all and the nothing, the monad. So this is the beginning. And when we have grounded ourselves and are aware of our true essence, then this is how it unfolds. So we start off on this side. We have our intent. So who's the artist? Well, I'm an artist, you're an artist, regardless of what you do or what I do. I'm an artist. I'm the Stickman. No, actually, I'm getting revelations from the Stickman to show this to you. So this is an internal process. When you go to an art museum or you see art on the street or you see a building, who's the creator? It's the artist. It's the one behind the scenes making the scene. So if you look around here, of course, the plants, God made all that. And you're God too. God is doing things without, let's say, external manipulation. It's just happening. And some things you just don't need to play with, And you let the natural laws and natural steps take place without playing with them. So initially, when you get a general grasp of the idea of this, you can start to plan out your true existence, though it's all internal, remember that. And so the external world will start to reflect that. So I drew this as an artist, because we're all artists, regardless of what you're doing. And of course the artist has a tool, so that's a paintbrush. And ultimately there's the canvas and there's what the artist has drawn or painted. Okay, so before we get to that, the artist had to have an idea. So where does that idea come from? Well, it's intent, motivation, or whatever you'd like to think about that. And so that's coming from, inside going to the outside, and the ultimate result will be a creation. So you're God in action. So we have the intent. What is our target? Why are we doing it? Why do we exist as we do? What is our desire? What are we radiating? What is our purpose? What is the fulfillment? Fulfilling the mind. What are we filling it with, right? What is the result we expect to see, even though we are it already? And the external world will show it sooner or later. Balance. Are we balanced? Is it in harmony with our true being, our resonance? And what does it include? Abundance. Everyone is involved, because, as Neville Goddard would say, it's you pushed out. Everyone is you pushed out. And as I know, as an identical twin, everyone is me pushed out. I know it, as well. So those are the basic ideas. We can add more to that. It all depends. How do you want to define it? So obviously, if we go down to the green box here, we have, producer, director, actor, actors, or producers. Why not get other people involved? But remember, it's your show. You're the creator. We have the script. What script are we writing? And then we have the props. What is on the stage? Could be anything. And then then we get into is it a drama? Is it a love story? It's all within whatever you want. You can combine it all. Preferably not horror movies, but of course that's possible too. I know. So yeah, you are the creator, brothers and sisters. So, day by day, moment by moment, you start to get the idea, and you're creating your scene. Wherever you go, that's your scene, because you're the boss. Okay, so I got the tool. I'm painting my drawing, or my canvas, which is all basically internal. So I paint a sun, whatever. What's the creation? I got money, home, in the physical. I have people, I have, butterfly, I have flowers, gardens, whatever. That's the creation. And so here's the canvas now ready. It's the result. And it's gone into form. So, you see this painting on the wall. Well, the painting on the wall in multi-dimensional ideas, let's say 3D world, will start to form as you have internally created it. It's true. Now, if you go to an art museum, let's say you're in an art museum, you see a guy's painting, or a lady's painting, and you see it on the wall, you're like, oh, okay. That's an external messenger, or someone was looking at your thing. Now, do you shoot the messenger? I mean, do they like your drawing? Should it matter? They dislike it or like it? It depends. Don't get emotional. Everything is a message, a messenger. You incorporate that within your existence. You're going to see these messengers all the time, whether you're sleeping in your dreams or in daytime. And they start to change as you go on, because you have now internally recognize this as truth. And so the messengers will start to repeat or show what you have drawn. Some of them may be lagging from other memories, of course. However, don't shoot the messenger, just see it as it is and let it go. And what are the roles these messengers are playing? Could be animals, could be plants. It could be, angels, whatever you can imagine could be, as long as you're aware of these messengers. Again, don't take it personally. Observe, digest it in a way, accept, reject, dissolute, incorporate, and then move on. Keep dwelling in your dream. And so ultimately, the external will form into this internal picture or drawing or motion picture that you have created. And then all of a sudden the external world is like, just like that. That's the way it works. It unfolds as it should, when it should, and how it should, without you, monitoring it and saying, when is it going to happen? It's not happening yet. Oh, it's happening, brother. Believe me, it's happening. You're going to have the faith. Love, hope, peace, faith. Relax. Let it transpire. What is part of the act or the art? It's infinite, really. Depends on how you have designed it, right? Again, I go on with good intent that it's benefiting everybody because it's just me pushed out, my brothers and sisters. So we all, share in the joy of the creation, whether it's music, books, movies, whatever art you are creating. This is all art. God gave all this wonderful art, the monad, and it's awesome. It's an awesome environment. As Shakespeare said, remember Shakespeare, all the world's a stage, and men are mere players, on that stage, which involved all of the, production, director, script, actors, and everybody involved, the intent. And it just unfolds. Now, depending on what you're expecting, your so-called reward or benefit, well, I think if you're just radiating in the joy of doing it, you'll get everything you desire. Whatever that abundance or wealth you want to define it as, monetary or other, it just comes. Because we get our friends, family, plants, animals, all that, it's like hanging out in the garden, the Garden of Eden, Adam and Eve. Because it's all oneness, enjoying itself from a multitude of perspectives. And so you dwell in this, and it's just fun. That's basically the whole kind of idea. Dreams come true. So you always have to remember, what is that canvas you are painting? And what do you think you're going to get out of it? And be ready for it, because all of a sudden it just starts to come, and all of a sudden you're getting phone calls, people coming, and hey, we want you because you're good. Or you get a check in the mail, or someone offers you a nice lunch, offers you a great project. It's all within you, brothers and sisters, because you are the creator. It's true. As I. We're all creating this wonderful dream together. Again, dreams come true. So, just like the plants, they hang out here, and the water, the light, the bees and the birds, they all hang out with the plants, the insects, and all of a sudden flowers start to bloom, butterflies show up, dragonflies, and it's just like a paradise, just thriving. And everyone is enjoying their existence in the garden, whatever that garden is. Yeah, that's it. So dwell in the garden. This is Saigon. And I dwell in my garden as often, as much as I can remember. It's the best ever. So I think I'm going to kind of wrap it up on that. It's turtle time. So I'm going to go for a walk, check out the scenery, and keep dreaming, singing my songs, saying hi to my brothers and sisters and fathers and mothers and sons and daughters out there. Wishing them all the best, because it's in my garden as yours. So seek within, brothers and sisters, because the world is without. And sooner or later that without world starts to reflect everything that you created. And it's wonderful. It's a surprise, like winning the lottery. Day by day, moment by moment. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So let's end it there. If you want to check out my other videos, please do. Check out my books, my music, if you want. It's up to you. I'll leave, my links at the back of this video. You can check out other videos or listen to my music, Rodney Josephson. Just Google me, you'll find everything you need, if you want. Not that that's important. So, drop me a line, ask a question, make a comment. I'm here to chat. It's nice to chat with people, So, seek within, for the world is without. Ciao, brothers and sisters. Alive, dwelling in the garden. It's now.